You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnnie.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 178.
178. I am Ralph Homie Quan this week.
Oh, no, I like that. I see what you did there, too. I see what you did there. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. And if you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph on Instagram and Twitter.
On Twitter, I'm JON2_B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Holla at us.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Round of applause.
No, we got to get to it because this is a monumental moment.
Yes,
in OS history.
it is.
We have secured a partnership,
Talk about it.
a deal with Johnny. You got to kick it for me because I don't know nothing. I'm sorry. I don't know nothing. I'm just here. I'm just ready to talk. My
You
bad.
just here to talk? Ralph just here to talk. Okay, so what Ralph has alluded to is that Oversaturated the podcast as a I want to say record label, as a podcast or crew, all that. We have secured a partnership with WDJY 99.1 FM in Atlanta, Georgia, to be on the radio once a week. Starting Wednesdays. Our first Wednesday is March 8th at 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, Eastern
2 p.m. Central time. And you can catch that on the radio if you're not in Atlanta, WDJYFM.com. We want to shout out the whole radio station, the whole network, Hype Media Global, for coming to us with an idea and
believing in us.
And yeah man, we here. So we want to shout out all of the listeners in Atlanta, whether you're actually listening on the radio, listening through the website, wherever you listen from. We want to shout y'all out. Y'all OS gang now.
Oh yeah, y'all definitely OS gang. And we want to say shout out to our day one listeners, the people that have grown with us throughout this podcast journey, because without you, a lot of this doesn't happen. A lot, and then shout out to my brother Johnny, because we never gave up on each other. We're coming up on 6 years of podcasting, and it's a beautiful thing, man. It
is. It definitely is. And now everybody that listens in Atlanta on the radio and online, y'all in this journey with us now.
Yes, sir.
So we appreciate y'all, and we hope y'all enjoy us. And always, again, hit us on the social medias.
Yes,
we're
sir.
on YouTube. We're open. We're here to talk.
Right.
Anything we talk about, talk to us, baby.
Talk back. But real quick, just a quick intro, bio, I would say, of OS. We started this thing in 2017.
Yep.
We've been podcasting ever since.
Yep.
Minimal breaks. No real breaks.
For real.
Like we've grown. Our layout has changed. We went from studio to house to bedroom, all kind of stuff.
Self-made studio.
Now it's now you got this. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing this brother here since 2003.
Damn, y'all high school, yeah. No, that's right, yeah.
03. So we've been friends for a very long time.
Long time.
And we've been debating this stuff a very long time.
Even pre podcast, which is kind of how we started. It was just like,
and then my man hit me up one day. It was just a text. Hey, we should do a podcast.
Real talk. After he put me on some podcasts, right? Because I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Had never heard of podcasting, heard of podcasting or any of that.
Yeah.
And almost 6 years later, we're here.
And then oversaturated is a term that me and him thought of, because it's like, man, the podcast market is oversaturated, and we said that back then.
Yep.
So what you
Look
think
at
it
it
is
now.
now?
Yeah,
Like
facts.
so
Facts.
back then it was just like it's just so many podcasts, but yet we tried to think of something catchy, something that will make us stand out from everyone else, and then it was something. It was just like, well, we talk about so much here: music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between is our tagline. That's what we stick to.
Yep.
And then so when you get us, you might it's so like on today's episode we go get to 3 topics, and you go see where we go with it.
Right.
But it's just like you don't get the same thing from us. And I think like we make podcast gumbo here. It's very delicious.
Yeah, facts, big facts, and it's something that you would want to come back to all the time. So you hear something on the podcast and say, "Damn, I want my people to hear this." Play it with them so y'all can have the debate. Then y'all can come to the comment section or leave a review or whatever. Then we like to talk to the listeners. Exactly. We like to talk to the listeners. So again, man, shout out to y'all. Shout out to the day one. Shout out to everybody, man.
Yeah, man. But let's get to our most popular segment, Off the Dome.
Off the Dome.
Off the Dome is a segment where we come with prepared questions. Like Johnny has no idea. I have no idea what we're going to ask each other. We have to come up with the best answer off the dome. So that's pretty much how we kick it every week. So off the dome, you'll love it.
Yep. All right. You want me to take it? You got it.
I got it.
Okay.
Music question. Okay. Right. It's been so many things in like R&B music, right? I'll just say R&B, where a toxic relationship has been the fuel to a fire song or project.
Okay.
As the person that provided the toxicity, you know what I'm saying? Like the song or the album is about you.
Yeah.
Now, if this song or this album turns out to be a hit or an all-time classic, like, you know, let's just say the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, right? If it's like that or if it's like a flop, right? Mm-hmm. How do you feel about like like how would you feel if the album about your toxic relationship was a hit?
And I'm not the one that made the song?
No, the album's about you.
Oh,
like you're the one that provided all this hurt, pain, and angst to the artist, and they made this great artwork of pain.
Well, if it flopped, that's what you get for even talking about me in music. So we gonna start there.
So, but how do you feel if it flopped though? Like, I mean, like
that's what you get for writing about me.
Was I not strong enough? Like, was I not good enough? Like, was I not good in the bad enough to make a good song?
Nah, that just mean they wasn't good enough to make a hit song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you should because toxicity sells, right? So therefore, if your song flopped, that means you wasn't good enough to make the toxic stuff work. So good, that's what you get for putting me in it.
But if it's a hit, like if it's out of here though, it's not. It's a difference between a hit and I'm talking about out of here. Like we still talk about X Factor to this day. To this day,
no, that's big facts.
To this day,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be salty, but I need royalties. I'm gonna need royalties. I need that.
Like everybody know this song is about. It's kind of like when Justin made "Cry Me a River" about Britney Spears.
Listen,
everybody knows who the song is about.
Britney needed her royalties. She needed that. Cause how else can you create such greatness without me? You couldn't even create that without me.
Casey was slapping up Mary J. Blige with all due respect.
Oh,
you know, I don't. You know, we don't do that.
We don't do that here.
But that's what happened. You know, I'm just saying, like we don't do that here. But that's what happened.
It's just fact.
But it gave Mary J. at least two great R&B projects, bro.
Amen.
3.
My man's need royalties. Listen, I'm the muse here. I'm the one that gave you the creative prowess to go out and make such greatness in the form of song. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know I need that. Now I'm gonna be salty because why you put my business out there, but also at the same time, run me that. Run me that. I need that every month. I need that. So no, that's what's up.
That's wild.
All right. So for my question, this is kind of like a everyday type of question. I'm getting straight to it.
Okay.
If you could have a small version of any fast food restaurant in your house, what would you have? Now this is. They gonna make your favorite thing the best every time. You get the top tier customer service. This is the epitome of the fast food experience. In your house, what do you choose? What would you choose? Yeah.
I already know.
Oh, say no. Go. Say it. It's okay. This is a safe space.
No, it's not. It's not a safe space. You know, it's not. You know, we judge each other. Me and Johnny judge each other. I don't care what y'all say. We judge each other. But no, I would.
We judge each other off camera, off mic.
But I would say that I probably have a Wendy's.
Okay.
In my crib, like anything I get from Wendy's is low key kind of top tier. Salads, like maybe if I I don't eat burgers a lot, but when I do, the chicken sandwiches, oh my God, we out here with it.
We talk about them before the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Man,
out of here,
man. We just got hyped because the place that actually made chicken sandwiches. Yeah. But listen, man, Wendy's is consistent, bro. Wendy's is always great to me, man. I love Wendy's, man. Shout out to hold on.
That is funny. And I'm not mad at that. Wendy's chili fire. Listen, fast food chili. Really wouldn't mess with.
Wendy's
but
is kind of like you buy enough Wendy's food, nigga. It's damn near like going to sit down and eat.
Okay. See,
now we're
on a tangent, right? Right. I ain't even gave my answer yet. But look, Wendy's used to be one of the top tier fast food restaurants growing up. Like
with the yellow Biggie joint, yeah.
That the Taco Bell with the old like. Was it like blue and pink fusion, all that with the triangles? Yeah. That and then of course McDonald's, but the trifecta of fast food.
Yeah,
that was that back then. So, but my answer, I'm going Popeyes. First of all, day one listeners, they know my disdain for going to Popeyes today because of the customer service. I don't care where you go unless it's in Louisiana. The customer service is trash. No matter what city, state that you're in, the customer service is going to be trash.
Absolutely.
And for the same reason, I don't go to Walmart. So So if I'm able to have a small version of Popeyes where they're gonna get my joint right every time with top tier customer service. Yeah. Man, what? Absolutely.
Well, you asking for too much with the customer service.
Listen, that's why it's my off the dome. When I said my version is in the house.
I make how I want to.
Exactly. That's why I said what I
customer
said.
Service. But the thing is, the bad customer service makes the food even that much better.
Well, only in mom and pop shops, not in fast food chains. Now, when you go to the Jamaican spot.
We know have that. We know have that. What you want? Like I deal with this sometimes. What you want? What you here for?
Right.
That happened to me in Harold's one time in Chicago.
Bad customer service.
Absolutely. Like, okay, my man. Shout out to Jordan. He listens to the podcast. He went up and said his order. Right. My order just happened to identically like it was the exact same.
So, yeah.
But I ordered it. I gave everything. He was like, "Why don't you just say what he said?"
Because I wanted to say what I said.
But no, it's like, but what if I came up here and just said, "Hey, give me what he ordered"? Like,
Yeah. Then
either way,
no matter what you do, there's going to be a problem.
Nigga, make my food. Like, how about that? Like that was like, hey, make my food. Okay, man. Look, none of that Chicago drill shit got me nothing. I don't give a. Make my food, nigga. I know where I'm at.
We drill too.
I don't give a fuck, man. Look, you know where we at, man.
That's hilarious.
All right, yeah.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
But hey, we done been all over the world, man. That's off the dome, man.
Look, you forgot my question.
It was a music question, wasn't it? That's crazy. Hold on.
I forgot my damn self. Well, my question was, if you could have a small version of any restaurant in your house, what would it be? Yeah, I'm really.
Okay. If a toxic song or a toxic, if an album or music hit, if an album or a song was a hit based off your toxic relationship, would you enjoy it or not?
Yeah, let us know. Man. Let us know.
Jesus, listen. That stumbling out the blocks.
It's okay. We just gotta enunciate. That's all.
I know. Hey, yo, we'll get to the enunciate story at some point.
Yeah.
But OS gang, what up? What's happening, family and kinfolk? I promise we'll do a little bit better. But we got a few topics here on this OS docket. First things first. The covers that shocked the black world. I won't say the whole world. Just black America, right?
Right.
The Ebony cover with Jonathan Majors and the British Vogue cover with A$AP Rocky, Rihanna, and their child. I'm not sure of the child's name. None of my business.
Yep.
Beautiful baby. That's all I'm giving up for that.
Facts. So
the conversation of masculinity and fragile masculinity, toxic masculinity, any of those spectrums have come up since those covers have come out. Johnny, what do you have for this?
I'm really not sure where to begin with this whole thing because it seems as if nothing that black men do is good enough.
Even to the black man critiquing this.
Man, listen, there's been a list going around for the betterment of the last 2 years, right? Of just things that black men can't do.
Yeah.
Or if they do these things, they're gay, right?
Yeah.
And now we can't even have photo shoots. Like, I do not understand where any of this stuff comes from. And the word masculinity, the term masculinity seems to change. The goalpost of what masculinity is seems to change depending on what's going on in the world at a certain point, right? Mm-hmm. It's hard to keep up. It's too hard to keep up with this.
We have a ideal of what masculinity is, what a manly man is, what a man should look like, how he should talk, how he should dress, how he should act, what his mannerism should be. We have an idea of that, and we live in a world that's ever so changing, and we don't know really what to identify certain things as. Mm-hmm. And then when black men start to break those gender norms, we push back. We say hey man, let's get Vicki on the phone.
Okay.
I'm sorry, like, because I'm about to get into a bag, and I need some. You're here, but I know Vicki really kicks that shit.
Yeah. So Vicki is one of our good friends. Somebody that a woman that we can talk to about these types of topics to give a different perspective.
Yes.
Because two men just sitting here just talking about is like it's kind of crazy.
We're
right?
not gonna get anywhere with this.
So yeah, let me call up Vicki real quick. Oh man, I know she gonna answer.
I hope she does.
Right? Man, she fell asleep on us.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, there we go. Oh man, we thought you fell asleep.
Sorry, I'm cleaning up.
No, it's all good. So everybody, this is Vicki. Vicki, say what's up to the listeners.
Hey, listeners.
Yeah, the day ones know Vicki has been on here a few times. She sat with us and helped us critique Breaking Bad and The Wire when we did our Breaking the Wire series. So everybody in Atlanta, y'all go check that out. So thank you for joining us, Vicki. So we just started our conversation on Jonathan Majors and his photo shoot. So Ralph, take it.
Yeah, I was just in the middle of a good little bag, and I was just like, I think once black men starts breaking gender norms, we start to question like, oh, this isn't what a man should do, and then we started getting to the conversation of Hollywood emasculating black men. Mm-hmm. I don't really subscribe to that theory all the way, because I feel like he had a say so in all this. That's what I get from this.
Exactly.
So I don't see like Jonathan Majors walking into a photo shoot with Ebony magazine. I don't think it's owned by black people, but that's another story. But I don't think he walked into that photo shoot, saw all that stuff, and was like, "Hey, you know what?" Like, and he said no, and then they was like, "No, Negro, put this on." Like, I don't think that worked in that way.
Yeah. So you're saying like you don't believe that he didn't have a choice in the matter, or that he did not have a choice in the matter.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to the whole like conspiracy theory thought with this.
I honestly never heard that part.
Oh no!
It's weird,
you pay attention to these social media streets. You see a wild stuff just being hurled out there.
Yeah, I guess I'm not as deeply invested because I ain't see that.
I'm like emasculating black men. We going there,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I thought it was goofy, but go ahead.
No, it's just that he hasn't done anything new under the sun, right? And honestly, that's not for me. I'm not checking for Jonathan Majors. I'm a heterosexual man. I don't care about nothing that he doing. Like hey, that's what's up, bro. I see you, bro. I saw it. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, hey, yo, that's a little spicy, but hey, that ain't for me though. At the same time,
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Because you gotta think about like I'm gonna just use like soul singers from yesteryear, right? How many times have you seen them and they done had something that you would deem like, hey, yo, this a little spicy, my guy, but that's, do you?
But that's the thing, right? Even back then, like you just mentioned, a lot of the male artists back then dressed like that.
Yes.
Prince did it up until his passing. Rest in peace to Prince, right? Like men used to dress like that. And the thing that I guess upsets me the most about the backlash with this photo shoot, right? That like what he wore was based off of an anime character. I don't even think a lot of people knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like what are you really upset at? Like is it because what he had on was pink? Is it because it was feathery? Like what is it that people are actually upset with? I don't understand.
Yeah. Do you have one of my thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely.
So like, yeah, first of all, that I think people just took an inch and like decided we're gonna go ahead and run them out with this joint. Because nothing about that photo shoot screamed anything emasculating or anti-men or anti-gender norms. None of that shit. Yep. Excuse my language. None of the shoot like gave me any inkling of like they're trying to again emasculate this black man. Mm-hmm. And with that, I saw the reference. I don't watch anime, but I did see somebody but they pointed out, oh, this is a reference to this particular anime character. Yep. Mm-hmm. And before knowing about this, again, it was like, okay, this doesn't really scream anything that y'all are pushing out. But with that, it's like, okay, so there's a reference point, but y'all still pushing this narrative behind that. I don't understand why y'all so stuck on this. Now with that, if it's about the color, the context, so on, niggas been wearing pink and niggas been wearing this stuff. Like Cameron intentionally wore pink to basically combat, whether it be like out of satire or just out of like being a real nigga. Yeah. He intentionally wore pink to prove like I can wear pink as a black man and still be the hardest nigga in the room. Yeah. Get the fuck out of my face. So why again are y'all just so stuck? And of course I'm not talking to y'all directly, but why are these people so stuck on placing their or projecting their consideration of gender norms onto this one photo shoot and into just the general population in general? Like the gender norms are based on your social construct, what you grew up with, what you believe is the idea of a man or a woman or whatever, and you apply that to your life. You don't need to apply that to everybody's life. Mm-hmm. And that's my problem with people that speak up in these particular contexts. Jonathan Majors had no problem with it. In fact, Jonathan Majors was on NPR just a couple days ago, and he said, like, yeah, I don't understand, like, why people are getting upset about this. And I need my black man to understand, like, this is not, again, anti-us. It is not about, emasculating us. And we need to, like, figure out why we are so stuck on this particular idea of manhood and this particular idea of masculinity and fix that shit. Yeah. So Jonathan Majors basically like, I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. Yeah. I look good. And I'm a tote for him. He did look good. He looked fine as hell in that shit. And as a black woman who loves black men, I will be there for him. Okay?
Yeah. Talk this shit. But and it's interesting because like I've seen this thing play out in Hollywood so much. Like we've seen like some of our best black actors kind of take some roles. You be like, hey, like that's a little spicy, but you never thought about them less as a man. Like Wesley played a whole drag queen. Like nobody talks about Wesley in that way. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. Chris Tucker, like I love Fifth Element.
Listen,
Ruby Rod is a very eccentric character, but nobody ever said.
Don't forget Holiday Heart.
Right?
Holiday Heart.
Nobody ever says that about Ving Rhames. Nobody says that about Chris Tucker. Nobody. So this guy being in his Hollywood prime right now, Jonathan Majors, he's getting his Hollywood shine. Right. Yeah. He just took one photo shoot. Now he's just ready to say that this photo shoot is just, whatever it is. I'm not rocking with it. I'm not
either. I mean, what
I think folks are so confused again with their own identity crisis of like, am I man enough or am I woman enough or is this who I need to be with, this type of person I need to be with? they just put that, again, they're projecting that onto everybody else, and they're projecting it onto, of course, these more public figures who, because they're out there the most and they can get the most critique, they feel inclined to throw their critiques onto them. And it just, again, it's motherfuckers need to do their inner work and then come back and then refigure exactly why they felt that way when they felt that way. And hopefully, again, as a collective, as Black people especially, we can move forward with like letting go of certain gender norms. Like, not everybody's relationship is stuck in the 1950s. Okay. We need to be able to move forward and be able to evolve as a society and as a community so that we can actually do the work for each other and not get stuck into these ideas of who we're supposed to be.
Oh no, she preaching now.
Oh yeah. And I like the word that you said, projecting, and we're going to talk about projecting right now, because people started projecting a lot of their ideas of what a family should look like on the British Vogue cover with Rihanna, ASAP, and baby ASAP Rihanna. I'm not sure about the baby.
Right. Because the baby ain't got no name.
We don't know. It's not,
and we should.
And we should know. Shout out. Beautiful child, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But people have taken issue with Rihanna kind of leading the front on this British Vogue cover. We gonna kick it to you, Vicki. What you got for that?
Again. Motherfuckers are projecting their idea of leadership in the Black family structure in this photo shoot. Now, let's erase the family structure piece.
Okay.
The entire shoot and the entire cut for that particular issue was about Rihanna. It wasn't about ASAP. It wasn't about the baby. It was about Rihanna and who she is at this point as a new mother, as a woman that is fostering this relationship with ASAP, and how she's evolving. It is about Rihanna. So why the fuck would they censor or try to put him more forward in the image as somebody who's more secondary to the cover story?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you took this image and said, oh, they're trying to put the Black woman as the head of the household and emasculate the Black man. No, they're featuring Rihanna. That's what they're doing. That's it. That's the point. They're just featuring Rihanna. So stop it. Stop it with the nonsense.
I totally agree. Right. I have it's so many ways we can go with this. One is British Vogue. Shout out to ASAP, but I don't know if they know him over there like that. It's British Vogue, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
they do know ASAP like that.
I but he ain't Rihanna though. Like,
right. No, he's not Rihanna. He's not.
But this is not a disrespect completely, right? To ASAP, right? I rock with ASAP and his image. I like some of his music. Cool, right? But I'm never gonna sit here and just. We're not gonna act like he didn't he has a superstar girlfriend, one of them. He got
she's
that.
Her.
Yeah.
She's her. She's a her.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that we don't know the dynamics of their relationship. So that's the other part to it. We're projecting like, oh, he's just some dude boy and he got Rihanna pregnant. We don't know what's going on in that household.
I imagine they really love each other. And again, if they don't, whose business is that?
Exactly.
And let's keep it a buck. Rihanna a billionaire. I'll walk behind her too. What we talking about?
Hey, yo.
What are we really talking about for real?
Again, this is every time that we have these types of conversations, it's rooted, like we mentioned already, in projecting. Yeah. It is people just, again, pushing their ideas or their standards onto other people. Yeah. And even in these contexts that have no reason to be applied to, like, they still are going to project this shit onto them. And it's just absurd. And it's absurd because it's like we living in 2023, honey. Like, again, it's been 73 years since 1950. We still are trying to stay within that type of like mindset as a community. And we've seen how
it was back then.
No, and that's the thing. We need to evolve. We need to be able to change and evolve, and for our better good. It's not like, again, like, just it's frustrating, y'all.
It is. No, it is.
It's so weird, Vicki, because we push this idea that Black women are divine, right? And we should always have equal footing in our relationships, in our marriage. But the moment this woman that shows a level of fierceness in a photo, we don't even know the relationship dynamic. It's just a photo. Yes. They feel like it's the dynamic of the black family. It's like a changing of the guard. The black woman is more powerful. No, we're not getting into all that. Everybody's relationship is different. And if that just happens to work, fine. But this is not an ASAP Rihanna thing. Y'all took it and went somewhere else with it. That's a photo shoot. Exactly. She's supposed to be in front. It's British Vogue. Well, it's Rihanna. Like that's all I keep going to.
Let's take it a step further.
Yeah.
So what is the problem for people with having a black woman or a woman, period, leading the household? What is the issue with having a male, not even, and I think there's also the problem with how people view women in their position as we have been historically in the society. Okay. So if we're just a housewife, that's normal. Yeah. If there's a man who's basically taking on that position as the house husband or whatever, why is that an issue? Why is that an issue for him to be in that position and a woman to be the person that's, quote unquote, the breadwinner? People need to find an understanding of the importance of every position in the family. Yeah. Not one is over the other. That housewife is just as important as the man that goes to work every day. Right. Right. Even if neither a house, or even if both are full-time employees and have to go do their jobs and then come home and parent, there still needs to be a dynamic and equity within that relationship, right? Mm-hmm. So if you are really about having, and these people, again, I feel like they want to have these healthy relationships. They want to have a balanced relationship, right? Mm-hmm. So you need to figure out what that balance looks like for you. So what looks like, again, y'all want to, because this particular type of relationship seems to be working for certain people, doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So you need to figure out what works for you. And yours may be the standard traditional type of relationship, and it may not be that for somebody else. Yeah. So just, again, let that shit go. Let go of this idea of what everybody else needs to be doing based on what you believe is right.
Let's tackle this too as well. We often get into the thing where there's not enough images of black families out there. Mm-hmm. Like positive images, right? You got mama, daddy, and a child together. Like, together in a picture. They in the same, they in a nice beach overseas somewhere. Hey man, what? This is a very first world, like this is some luxury shit I'm looking at. Like, was that black sand? I don't even remember the picture because we done dissected so much. We ain't talked about the actual beach they was on.
We don't know if the water was clear. We don't know none of that.
It don't even matter because it don't matter because all we focus on is the emasculating of ASAP Rocky. This man has worn perms and all types of shit. Yeah. So again, y'all concerned about a motherfucker who also don't care about what the fuck you think about his masculinity. Get the fuck out of here.
Because ASAP Rocky, he been doing his fashion thing for a minute too anyway. Yep. But my whole thing is this. I think, let's just say the internet, right? The internet, they put these celebrities on a certain pedestal, and when they put these celebrities on a pedestal and they don't fit the idea of what they think they should look like, and they come out with this cover like they did, that's when they seem to turn on the celebrities, right? And that's how we end up getting this backlash, because going back to Jonathan Majors, right? Jonathan Majors is a very muscular, manly man by the image, right? So when they see a man built like that in pink in Prince heels, yes, it's gonna be a whole uproar because he doesn't fit what they think he should look like in certain certain clothes, because he's playing the villain in Creed. He played Kane. He played like a Tuskegee Airman or something. Yeah. He looked how people think he should look based on those roles. So when he steps out of that, now we got a whole backlash about it. Yeah. Which is crazy, right? Yeah. It's insane.
Tell these motherfuckers to go outside and touch grass because I'm tired.
Get back centered.
I'm tired of them. Get off the internet. Go outside. Seriously, get some vitamin D. Touch the grass. Jesus.
Drink water.
But Vicki, we had to get you on for this conversation because trust me, you were the first person that came to mind. We was like, oh no, Vicki got bars for these niggas. Like Vicki go talk. Like this conversation doesn't go anywhere if it's just me and Johnny.
Right.
But we know you would have added so much context and depth that we wouldn't have touched on. So we appreciate you for that.
Definitely.
No, thanks for having me, y'all. I appreciate it.
For sure. And yeah, we'll definitely be calling back for other topics too in the future. So yeah,
we'll check in because we know you're a Jill of all trades. We got to make sure we get you on the schedule.
Word.
Oh, I appreciate that. All right. Bye,
we
y'all.
love you, Vicki.
Peace. Love y'all.
All right.
Man, good. No, not good conversation. Great conversation.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, check out Vicki at Cleo Jones and then Makita Kravitz on Instagram.
Yep.
That's where you can find anything she got going. But let's get into this music conversation, man. This is what me and Johnny do. We debate. We talk that shit. Johnny.
Yes, sir.
We got to get into these bad albums by these good artists, man. Let's who discog do you want to go through? Like, let's go to somebody we're not biased on.
Okay.
Let's try Nas. Let's put Nas out there, right?
Okay.
Nasir Jones, one of the greatest rappers to ever do it.
Absolutely.
One of the best, one of the GOATs.
And still showing you that today.
Yeah,
right?
So clearly none of the albums that came out in the past 3 years are even we're talking about, right?
Right.
But Nas has been known to drop a dud or two.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is probably one of his worst albums in this discography? That he it's a complete
complete
like swing and a miss. I'm gonna go with the double disc, right? Because it's so hard to pull off a double disc. Streets Disciples.
Yes, that's where I was going.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, some people might say something else, but I would think like and it has some shit on it. You got Thief's Theme. Is it Thief's Themes on there?
I think.
That song.
I think that is on there.
Yeah.
He got a joint on there with Quan too. That I really like.
Just a moment.
Yeah. That's fun.
Like, but he got some joints on there, but it's just hard to pull off a double disc, right? Everybody, it's kind of like Tupac did it as a rapper first, I think.
Okay.
He did. Was it all Me Against the World? Was Me Against the World, or was it All Eyes on Me?
I want to say All Eyes on Me.
I think All Eyes on Me. All Eyes on Me was a double disc. All right, cool. Everybody considers that a classic. I think Biggie has the best one of everybody we're probably about to talk about, Life After Death, and still some people want to shrink that down.
Right.
Jay-Z tried it with Blueprint 2. Cool, close, no cigar. Nas did it. Whoo. Yeah.
Maybe early in his career he had to get the duds out so we could get the King's Disease trilogy.
Oh, clearly,
and
right?
Magic,
yeah,
right?
Because I know I was having a conversation with my boy Spence, who's a crazy like Nas stan, right? Wow, right? But he says I Am is the one that he's like I can't listen to that, and I Am has some gems on it as well too.
What's the one that got your joint on there?
No, your joint. Don't put that on me. Nostradamus. Don't put that. I see what you're trying to do. You tried to do that. Nah, I fuck with it too. Nah, there's more your jam than me.
I mean, facts, but still. No, that's funny. So, okay, what about Busta Rhymes?
Busta's an interesting case, right? Because we always talk about him in the vein of not having a classic. But would you say what's his worst project? That is an interesting question because it had to come after 2006.
Right, which so okay, to me Busta has one, maybe two classics. The one for sure that's on my classic list for Busta Rhymes is The Big Bang. I thought that was a really good album, a classic album from Busta Rhymes. It had radio singles, it had deep cut, B-sides, all that. Like it was a really good album. And then the second that maybe people may say is a classic, I think is his first, When Disaster Strikes, which I thought was a really good album as well. So those were the two that's like, all right, bet. But the rest of his discography has been very shaky.
I know.
Very shaky.
I know. I like, and that's not me even sitting on his albums. They're the ones that are good. Like at least the ones that you deem to be classics. I just know they're not widely regarded.
Right.
That's the difference, right?
Right.
Because we do have levels of classics. We got widely regarded. We got personal. We got regional. Like
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like something may be a regional classic, and it's just only gonna be. This is our shit. We don't care what y'all talking about. This is ours.
Right.
So it's like that, but you got to give me that one on that because I'm in Busta's like discog, but I ain't that deep into it. Like deep, not deep, because I really honestly stopped paying attention after Big Bang. I'm not gonna hold you.
Right, I'm not mad at that, right? Yeah. And I think as far as full length albums, damn, he might have 2 or 3 after that. I know Back on My BS. I know that's one, and then the one that just came out a couple years ago, the Extinction Level Event 2. Yeah. I'm not sure if there's anything else in between. I mean, a few EPs and whatnot. He may have. I don't know if the Flip Mode compilation was a part of that.
No, we don't count compilations. No.
So yeah, I think Busta's discography is kind of very inconsistent when it comes to like full albums. Yeah. Now, do we got joints on them? Of course.
Oh yeah, he give you a single or 2 or 3,
right?
Like,
right. But when it comes to full complete albums, then
but Busta ain't never really been that artist to me. With that, and that's with all due respect. You know, some people you go to for features, some people you go to for hot singles, some people you go to for like a thematic type of album. Like, you know what I'm saying? You go to them for certain things. I just think that Busta never really hit it for me personally on a album tip. You know what I'm saying? Like the early stuff, cool. But anything,
I got you. I got you.
So, let's talk about who else got like a dope discography. Well, okay, I'll get this one out the way. Let's talk about Jay-Z. Right?
Okay, because I was actually going to ask you, as the Jay-Z fan, right? I wanted to ask you about his particular discography and where, or if there are any, where are the duds in his discography?
The duds are, to me, Kingdom Come and Magna Carta, right? Kingdom Come came at a time where Jay-Z was hot, like he was fresh off of retirement. It was Jordan in the Wizards jersey, like, you know what I'm saying? Now, did Kingdom Come have some joints? Yes.
Okay.
Show me what you got. Yeah, no, but like it's some joints on there. But like him and his wife, they weren't married at the time. But one of their worst collaborations is on their damn album. Hollywood is get that shit out of here. Like, listen, are good ideally, but musically, but no, like, and then Magna Carta, Holy Grail, like. That was the beginning of Jay-Z and his like luxury paint rap. Like I like to get to that bag. Like he was just luxuried out on that album, and then it's a lot of filler on that album to me. I'm not gonna hold you. It sold 1 million, but that was because of Jay-Z the businessman.
They forced it on us.
They forced it because of the streaming wars. I think he just bought Tidal. He wasn't fucking with Spotify, so he made Samsung buy on them albums. So that's how it went platinum from the gate. Smart. Hey, smart. It's a classic. Like, I mean, that's a classic move, not a classic album. But if you ask me, it's at the bottom of his discog. Easily.
Got you. Okay. Interesting. Now, in this particular discussion, do you think 50 Cent should be involved?
Absolutely not. There's not enough work there.
Okay.
It's not enough, right? Because you would say Curtis is trash, and that's his 3rd album.
Wait, okay. So how many actual albums has 50 put out? Because maybe that's where I think maybe drawing a blank.
5, maybe.
Okay. So you don't think that's enough?
If you consider him an elite artist, I don't.
Okay.
I don't consider 50 elite.
Okay.
Like, because I'm talking about people that, like, 50's moment in time was so hot. Like, people like 50, DMX, a lot of them are like, they was hot as fish grease at one point, and then the fall off was just so
it was so hard. Yeah.
They ain't like, you can't say consistency with them.
And the fall off he's referring to is strictly music. Because clearly 50 is out here thriving. Oh, no. But we talking music wise.
Music wise. Yeah. Because like even X, right? X came out with the 2 platinum joints. Like Dark is Dark and Hell is Hot is the classic, right? But Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, nope. Like it was just feeding off the DMX frenzy. But like as an album, no. Okay. And then there was X, fire.
Right.
But after then,
okay,
we go up and down with that thing.
Got you. So, okay, before we move to the next topic, one more artist. Did you have somebody?
Unless you want to talk about Eminem, that's about it.
Okay, I was gonna go Kendrick Lamar. Which one?
No. What can we talk about with Kendrick? like this is the thing, right? Kendrick's everything he's dropped has been critically acclaimed, and that's why he's number 2 per Billboard and Vibe on their list that we talked about. We did. So everything he's dropped, the critics have loved. We may not have fully bought into it. So I don't think Kendrick has a bad album. I don't think honestly, I don't think it's bad. Mm-hmm. Is it not for me? Those are two different conversations.
True.
Because there's difference between somebody just like missing and it's just not for you. Not for you.
No, I got you. Okay. I'm not mad at that. And
like, you think that?
I guess the one album in his discography that I was thinking about, and this is one that I have not visited probably since the year it came out. Yeah. It's To Pimp a Butterfly. Okay. Now, not saying it's a bad album, but like you said, at least at the time, it wasn't for me. Now, again, it's not something I've been back to revisit recently at all, and maybe if I go back and listen now, it'll be different for me. But when it came out, nah.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like the Lauryn Hill effect, right? Your first, well, not your first album, but your debut album, mainstream album, was just so good.
Right.
It was everything we wanted and needed in rap.
Yep.
And then you pivot to something completely different. That's something that's theme based. Something that's like it's like the lead single was like it was an Isley Brothers sample, but it was okay. You gotta think about the features. Like we got a Janet Jackson sample with Drake on the hook. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got shit like that on on your debut. Like, and then we go to, I Love Myself. I don't know if I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
A hell of a pivot. Right, but that's what great artists do. They don't give you the same thing every album. Yeah. They find a way to shift. Yeah. They find a way to grow. They find a way to pivot themselves. So, all right, we can leave Kendrick out of this. Okay. All right, so Eminem.
All right. Last but certainly not least, let's get to hip hop Elvis. With all due respect, right?
Damn.
Now, no, I always say that with all due respect. It's funny. We are definitely fans of Eminem. So it comes from a place we're definitely familiar with his discog.
Yes.
From Marshall Mathers LP. To what's the latest one?
Music to be Murdered By.
Music to be Murdered By. What would you say is the absolute get this shit? Like, if you ride down the freeway, you take the CD and fling it out the window. Like, get that shit.
Cause an accident. Good. I don't know if I'm going Relapse or if I'm going Revival. It's one of those.
Revival. Now that you said it, I forgot about Revival.
You forgot, that's how bad it was, right?
Get Revival up out of here. Get that up out of here.
And what's crazy is after what was the third album?
Encore? No,
the Eminem Show.
Eminem Show was third.
Okay, so maybe after Encore. Because I actually like Encore.
Encore is weird because one of the greatest hits album.
So
with new tracks.
Kinda. But even with the new tracks.
No.
To me, the new tracks was kind of
no. I'm not knocking it, but if it's a greatest hits album, we can't count it.
Oh, okay. I see.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
no. Encore. So Encore had. Let's see, because I'm looking at the track list now. So Evil Deeds, Never Enough, Yellow Brick Road. Oh no, Yellow Brick Road was on. No. This was an album.
Oh, okay.
This was an album. Okay. Now, the greatest hits was called Curtain Call. That's
okay,
what it was.
I knew it was something.
That's
I was
what
just like,
that's
okay. The greatest hits.
So after Encore, which I think was his fourth album,
okay,
just about everything after that was
it's like
shaky baby,
hit and miss,
shaky baby. And I think the best album after Encore might have been either Kamikaze or Music to be Murdered By, honestly,
it took a long time.
2 or 3 of his most recent.
Yeah, it took a while to get.
Actually,
back to
his 2 most recent, Kamikaze, and then Music to be Murdered By was after that. So his 2 most recent albums are the best albums since his 4th.
Yeah.
So having like 3 or 4 in between that is just like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
So,
hey man, how much time we got? Because how much this comic book thing gonna take?
I don't know. We got 13 give or take.
Okay, real quick. Lil Wayne. We got to discuss.
Okay.
We got to talk about Wayne. That's why I was there with it. Lil Wayne's worst album.
Probably some shit where he wasn't rapping. I mean, if we being honest,
like Rebirth.
Yeah,
like, pretty much. Let's just say the Rock album, right?
Okay.
Oh
Oh wait, Okay.
Listen, like we can go so many ways with this thing because like me,
lowest of keys.
Lowest of keys. I want to say 500 degrees.
Oh, I did not expect that. I was gonna say funeral.
Oh, that's not a
and
bad.
That's recent.
That's recent. That's not a bad. But this is the thing, right? Because that 500 degrees album was made in in angst and strife. Like I was mad. I was mad at everybody that left me. So I'm gonna name this thing 500 degrees because it's 100 degrees hotter than Juvenile.
Yeah.
And that shit was trash. That shit was trash.
That's so funny.
like that was Cash Money when wasn't nobody there but TQ, baby. Like it was just TQ and
Damn, not TQ. Dang. No, that's. No, for real. Nah, I used to hit that shit too.
I know, but 500 degrees really has no replay value. It's not rememberable. Like people remember Block Is Hot. People remember Lights Out. 500 degrees was that, and then it was like then the Squad mixtape run came. Then we get to the Carters.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, get that shit up out of here.
Damn, Lil Wayne been in this for a minute.
Yes.
We've been looking at him since he was a teenager.
16.
That's nuts.
But yeah, that 500 degrees, get that shit up out of here. Like, because this is the thing, like, it's hard for me to count against an album post prime.
Okay.
Like,
I mean, I feel that. But
like you was in the middle of your shit and you dropped that.
Yeah, okay.
That's why I say
mad.
that's the one. Get that up. Yeah. And then I mean now Rebirth. Hey, look, I like Proud Queen to drop the world, but that's where it stops, baby. Like,
wait, where was How to Love? Was that on there?
No, How to Love is Carter 4.
Really? Damn, maybe I need to revisit that. Yeah. Listen, when the artist has so much music, a lot of their discography start to blend together.
Yeah, no,
where does it go?
How to Love was like late. Like I mean, it was late and it was still good Wayne. Yeah. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. All right, well, shout out to Wayne. Shout out to Wayne, man.
Shout out to Wayne, man. But now let's get into this, man. One thing you're definitely gonna get used to here is blurred topic, blurred segments. That's what we do. We kick it. We definitely talk about the MCU, DCU, comic book stuff at large, but we had to hit you with an original topic today. Comic book Mount Rushmore. Yes, we're doing it. Yes, we're doing it. OS, we had to come with a collective. Like me and Johnny go agree on 4 movies that if we wanted to introduce somebody to the comic book genre, which ones are we picking?
We might need to do this first. But
oh man, it's certain movies that I just say you just can't do without, right? I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say Spider-Man.
Which one?
2.
So we talk about Tobey Spider-Man going 2.
Toby's 2.
Okay.
Like if I wanted to introduce somebody to the joint, watch 2. Like go watch 2. You ain't gotta watch the first. Watch 2.
I mean, is it a great comic book film? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is it top 5? Absolutely. I wouldn't say absolutely, but
it's there.
It's in the 10. Well, it's 10.
It's there.
It's there.
It's there.
Yeah. So the first one I would tell people to go look at is Blade, because Blade is the one that kept the whole comic book movie genre going. Well, wait, remind me the year. It was like
98.
98, right? Coming off 1 or 2 horrible Batman. Well, horrible in the public eye. Horrible in the public eye.
But you know what's so crazy? I watch them.
That's what I was about to say. They hold a special place to me.
I know it was kind of freaky. He had nipples on his suit. Like that was kind of wild though. You know, that was AEO.
But those were the goofy, gimmicky Batman films.
Honestly, it took it back to Adam West, and people really don't want to talk about that. Adam West was a goofy ass Batman. We just give him credence because he was the first.
It was the 60s. Like, come on.
He was doing this, man.
Listen, Bat Dance. Where you think this shit came from?
No.
Bat Dance.
No,
Bat Dance. No, we're not doing it.
Hold on. You don't. Hold on. I'm finna fuck with you now. Hold on. We all over the place. Johnny don't like. He like the Bat Dance, but you don't like the dance off in Guardians of the Galaxy. That's crazy.
Trash. Trash. As a boss fight, trash. Batman was at a ball, a dance or something, dancing. No, you don't dance to save the galaxy. What? No. Get out. Listen. Trash. Yeah. Exactly. So anyway, I'm going Blade. Okay. Blade absolutely needs to be on the Mount Rushmore.
I'm cool with that.
You cool with that?
I'm cool with that.
Okay, we got
because we're trying to stay away from the cinematic universe movies, right? Because I don't think there are too many there. Like no, it's one there. I think that's definitive.
One that has to be there. One has to be there.
One has to be there. And I think that's what we go tussle over, right? But I don't think that it's a good like introduction. Like it's the introduction. Like you gotta have this. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see.
Because when we do our Marvel stuff, that's different.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like you want an introduction into Marvel, that's cool. But if you're just trying to, proverbially pop your cherry.
Wow.
I know, right? We got other films for that.
Right. Okay. All right. So Blade is the one we decide on.
Cool,
we'll
cool.
keep Spider-Man 2 to decide to see what else we come up with because I don't 100% agree with that one. Okay. So Blade, bam. Mm-hmm. What's another one that you could think of? So I got one if you can't.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Dark Knight.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
So,
of course.
Dark Knight with the Joker, Christian Bale Batman.
All right.
Comic book cinematic masterpiece.
Over there.
All right. Blade, the Dark Knight.
Cool.
We got two.
Could you do multiple for the same hero?
What do you mean?
None of the other Batmans work. None of the original Batman. Like 89 Batman.
I was gonna say
or Batman Returns.
One of the as good as those are, Batman and Batman Returns, right? I just feel like the Dark Knight with that Joker and that Batman performance with them together, I feel like that is just better than those two. Not saying that those two trash because they're not. No,
they're not by any means. No.
But I just think the Dark Knight was better. Okay. Will be a better introduction.
Okay. So we got Blade.
The Dark Knight.
We got the Dark Knight.
Yes. What you got?
I want to go Marvel. Right?
Okay.
I mean, we already went Marvel with Blade, so that's with all due respect.
Okay.
But I'm talking about like a MCU.
Yeah.
Right?
I got you.
Which one would I pick?
Because I have one, but let me hear what you got.
And the thing with these cinematic universe films, we always talk about how they're so contingent on each other. So I'm thinking about a good story that's linear. Mm-hmm. I mean, not linear, but a good story that kind of branches off to everything. That can stand out. So I'm going Cap, Winter Soldier.
And I figured that's where you was going.
That's where I would go.
So I'm not necessarily mad at that, honestly.
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it's the best, but if I'm telling somebody to go watch this so you can start figuring out everything else, okay.
And see, that was one of three that I was thinking about. Yeah. So Winter Soldier, and I know we said as an introduction, but I really think Infinity War is like would be for anybody who maybe has never seen an MCU movie, right? Mm-hmm. I still think, yes, all the movies lead up to Infinity War, but still. Yeah. I think Infinity War is a good enough standalone film where you do have all the characters and they all come together in such a good way in that movie. So I'm also thinking Infinity War, but also Iron Man, first Iron Man 1. Because essentially it kicks off the MCU. Right? Yeah. And again, if the MCU never became a thing, Phase 1 never happened, and we just only got the Hulk and Iron Man in 2008, right? Yeah. Iron Man is still a good standalone film.
Well, okay, that's where we agree at because I can't agree with Infinity War. Too much builds up for you to enjoy that film.
And I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
That's the only thing. Like this is not a best movie discussion. Yeah. That's not it.
Yeah. This is. Okay.
I just know it's too much in it. Like I feel like it's too much backstory for just somebody that don't know anything.
Got you. Okay, and I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. Okay, cool. So between Winter Soldier and Iron Man, you want to pay rock scissors?
Yeah, pretty much.
We just doing one, right?
Yeah, just one.
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Wait, are we doing rock, paper, scissors? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
No, it's shooting.
Okay.
Shoot.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Iron Man.
That's crazy.
So we got Iron Man, Blade. What was the third one?
And
Dark Knight. Right. Okay. One more. Now, are we doing a pity one because it's like, all right. Ain't no pity. This is Mount Rushmore. This is Mount Rushmore. There's no pity. Ain't no honorable mention. Ain't no none of that.
Ain't no like we got to get something that's funny or woman live. All right.
Nope. We talking introductions, baby.
All
right. So what you think you got?
I still feel like a Spider-Man film needs to be here, but that's me though.
Okay. So we'll put your
because the thing is with Spider-Man, he's the most popular. He's we get so many Spider. That's why I said 2. I feel like 2's the best film. Like out of all of them.
Are we? Okay.
That's with all due respect to Andrew Garfield. That's all due respect to Tom Holland.
True.
That's why I see it too.
Let's put it up against either X2 or X-Men First Class.
Ooh.
So Spider-Man 2, mutants. X-Men 2, or X-Men First Class. So okay, which one would you eliminate off the bat?
First Class.
Okay, I'm not mad at that
because X2 is a very good.
It's a classic. It's a classic.
Why did you say X-Men? Because I
forgot
we
all gotta about, make it debatable, baby.
I forgot about them. Wow,
it's hella X-Men films. So we gotta at least talk about them. It's hella of them. So X-Men 2 or Spider-Man 2 on a Mount Rushmore.
Spidey. It's still Spidey, man, because Spidey brings too many, man. He bring everybody out, man. And it's a good film. I know we're not debating box office numbers in that way, but it's hard to tell the stories of comic books without Spider-Man. It's we got Spider, we got Batman, the Superman films. Outside of Man of Steel, you can keep them shits. Yeah. I don't really care about Christopher Reeve's joints. I don't care about none of that shit.
Yeah. No, I got you.
That's what it's like. Introductory films. I love. I love the X-Men films. I even like the bad ones.
I know, because Apocalypse was trash. But,
okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
Right. But okay, you know what? I would like to rock paper scissors again, but I think I'm okay with Spider-Man 2 now. I don't know, cause I recently rewatched it within the last 2 years.
Okay.
Actually, whenever what's the name?
They announced probably
whatever No Way Home came out, I watched it right before that came out. And I was like, okay, I remember. I see why people regard this.
Yeah.
All right,
I know some of these words.
Yeah, I know, right. All right, we could go Spider-Man.
Yes,
we could go Spider-Man.
Yes. Hold on.
Yeah, applause. So we got Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
The Dark Knight.
Yep.
Iron Man.
Yep. Blade.
And Blade as the Mount Rushmore of comic book films to introduce you to comic book movies.
Yes.
So I'm not mad at that list.
That's dope. That's dope work, man. That's dope work right there, bro.
Damn, yes. we did that quicker than I thought.
Yeah.
Pause for application. But no, man. I think we
we have reached the end of our docket.
So YouTube, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us this long. Hit that comment section.
Yes, sir.
Hit the like button, subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and we'll holler at y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
Now, for everybody that's still on audio, for everybody that's listening out there on 99.1, we have OS Song of the Week, where Ralph and I...
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.